Vasana means it comes from, there are two meanings to that. It comes from the etymology called vas means fragrance. It also comes, the word vasana also comes from the word in Sanskrit called vasan. Vasan means cloth, the fabric, the texture. So when you say vasana or vasanas, these are impressions, these are mental impressions which a human being has gathered from the past. Today, what Meghna, what anyone here is today, you don't blame yourself. You have to blame your past. So whatever you are today is based on all, whatever mental impressions you have today, it's based on all your past actions. Your past actions means this moment backwards, even towards furthering to your past lives. What? The way you collected the amalgamation of your actions, feelings, thoughts. The amalgamation of all this has created hundreds, thousands, millions, and billions of asanas in you. Even now, you are a formidable force, a very powerful force of millions and billions of asanas. And these, as Ashita said, they are your innate, your innate tendencies, your inclinations, your wishes, your wants, the fragrance. Each one here has a fragrance. What fragrance you emit. Or sometimes you find that there is some, because of your because of your agitated mind, you talk foully. So you say, why is he so foul? There are some people you find, they're such fragrant people. They're such fragrant people. The moment you say, oh my God, that guy, that person, whoa, what a thing he has about himself or herself. Such calmness, vastness. So this vasana, on one hand, is your fragrance. And on the other hand, the collective nature of this vasanas has come from the word vasan. Vasan means fabric, cloth. The way these vasanas dress you up as a person. So each one here or anywhere in the world, you are a solid seeming personality which is made solid because of your vasanas, fluid vasanas, so-called fluid thoughts, but it's not fluid. You are a solid vasana. So the way you look, the way you speak, the way you act, the way you behave, the way you perceive, the way you distinguish, it's all because of your vasanas. If you're rude, it's vasanas. If you're giving kind, it's vasanas. If you're taking kind, it's vasanas. And this you will find in children, in adults. You'll find certain children, they'll just give. Oh, mama, give it. Mom, give it. You'll find certain children, no, this pencil is mine, don't give it. Oh, I want it. Even as adults, you have these tendencies in you. So these vasanas, if you understand, not only do you understand these vasanas in yourself, you understand these vasanas in others. Now, when you understand that in myself itself, these vasanas I cannot control, because in the Bhagavad Gita it says, Yavasha, it will function. It will function by force. In the Gita it says, Yavasha, by force it will function. So you are what you are. You act, you talk, you eat, you do what you want is because of your vasanas. Similarly, you understand that my husband, start with your family, my husband, my daughter, my boss, these people will have such vasanas. Just understand that first. Before going into a correction mode, before going into a conversation mode, that is all that is later. But understand, my husband will be my husband. See, the ideal couple. Many years back, Meghna, many years back, there was the ideal couple, Ashita. Fantastic. And people were talking about this couple everywhere. In the press, everywhere. Whoa, 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 what a couple. The husband is so soft, so gentle to the wife. But the wife is like so strong, so nice. How can they, what is the secret to the marriage? How come they're married? What is the secret to the marriage? So there was an interview, there was a newspaper which interviewed this couple. And the husband did not take a chance. He said, no, don't interview me. It's all because of my wife. You interview her. And her wife was, you want to interview me? So he said, it all started. And then the wife said, no, better you interview him. It's better. So this lady came and interviewing the husband. So he said, it all started before we got married. We both used to do horse riding. Both of us liked horse riding, and she used to she used to ride horses, I used to ride horses. And then we got married. And then my husband gifted me a horse. So he said, I gifted my wife a horse. And that one day, and this was my husband's favorite horse. He said, this was my favorite horse, which I gifted her. And the husband was a lover of horses. Even more, there are certain people here, I don't know where they've gone. They love horses more than their wives or children. Here, in this lecture also. Horses, horses, horses. So the husband gave that best horse to that wife as a gift. So the wife wanted to mount the horse. And the moment the wife wanted to mount the horse threw her out. And she fell down and she got hurt. But she didn't do anything. She came in the front. Ruchi, she came in the front of the horse and she tapped her horse. She patted the horse, Meghna, and she said, remember, this is your first time. Horse, nothing. Again, and the husband, my God, husband saw that she is different. Again, she went to mount the horse. Again, because the husband was already on his horse and they were going to go for horse riding. Again, she went to climb the horse, mount the horse. Again, the horse threw her out. Again, she came back. And again, she patted the horse and said, remember, this is your second time. Third time, she mounted. Again, she was thrown. She came back this time. She got a shotgun, and she shot the horse. And the husband, oh my God, my favorite horse is killed. And he went to the wife and he said, what the hell did you do? How can you kill my favorite horse? What's wrong with you? She told the husband, remember, this is your first time. So what you must understand is vasanas. So never get your wife irritated. If you get your wife irritated, she'll shoot your horses. You got to be careful. Vasanas. Everything in the world is vasanas, vasanas, vasanas. Even nature. Why is a butterfly different from a moth? Why is a worm different from an earthworm? All vasanas. So this world is nothing but, it's a compilation, it's a huge, large picture of vasanas. And this, if you understand, that in me there are vasanas. What are the vasanas? You got to delve deep and understand. Just make a note. And once you do that, analyze, observe. You can't access vasanas. Vasana, thought, desire, action. That's the chronology of action. So the intellect can go only up to a thought. Intellect cannot understand vasanas. But you can conclude based on your thought what kind of vasanas you have. So you must understand, how do you understand other people's vasanas is based on how they act, how they feel, what sort of thoughts they have. So this will make you objective. And this will make you have harmony with yourself also and with other people. Because you must understand, as the Gita says, every human being will be what their vasanas are. You cannot change. You cannot change that. So when you, in practicality, when you want to change another person, you cannot change. How can you change? Can you change? Meghna, let's say, for example, suppose if you have short temper, it's not easy to change so easily. So since you can't change, it needs so much effort. What you must understand is, it is implausible for you to project change upon your kith and kin, your children, your husband, your boss. I'm not saying you should not change. Wherever there is a chance, you should attempt change. That's not, but the point is, you yourself can't change, and then you want other people to change. Accept people as they are. First, that will create an initial harmony. See, total harmony takes a long time, but being practical, create an initial harmony. And how do you create initial harmony? Just understand the person as the person is. Yes, this is my daughter. Yes, this is my husband. So, because all these people are nothing but victims of their vasanas. We are victims, remember this, we are victims of the past. We are victims, we are slaves of the past, but we are kings of the future. We are queens of the future. We are a slave of your past. Because of your past, you're a slave. You're a victim. But you are a prince, you're a princess, you're a king, you're a queen for your future, because the future is unborn. And how you modified your future, it is in the present. So in the present, you can modify your future. And when you act wisely in the present, you modify your future. So don't go to any Swami, don't go to any Pandit and Pamis and forehead. That guy, if he can tell your future, why can't he change his future? This common thing we have. This is life, this is education, this is wealth. Any fool, any idiot will tell you that. At least I don't see any parrots. Thank God for the animal movement. Otherwise, Churchgate in Bombay, when you go, there's one buffoon sitting there with one parrot, and one parrot comes and picks up one letter and he tells you your community. Parrot. Look at the development of the intellect. Parrot you want to choose. I think this Prashant has done that. That's why he's laughing so much. 100%. One parrot you must have got.
Friends have done that for fun. My friends have done that for fun.
Yeah, fun. You smoke for fun. You sniff for fun. Everything starts off for fun. You end up in the hospital also when you have fun. You understand? Anyway, so today...